Good morning, all of you. Today I have come with the new topics. You are all welcome to Oxbridge YouTube channel. I am Nasir. By the request of some viewers and some students, they requested me to make a video on simple present tense in English version because of some of my viewers and some of my students, those who are belonging to English medium schools, convent schools, they requested me to make a video on the topic of simple present tense in English version. Therefore, I have decided to make a video on the same topic in English to English. Therefore, without any further delay, I come to the point. So, let's begin. Here on the topics, on the board, the simple present tense in active form. In my past videos, I have made simple present tense in Hindi versions. The same topics today I have come in English version. What is simple present tense? Yes, we must know what do we mean by simple present tense. Simple present tense is a fundamental grammar concept that describes actions, situations, habits and general situations. Now, here the examples of simple present tense. Simple present tense actually describes and expresses the universal truths and habits. For examples, we see in the board, universal truth, the earth orbits the sun. It's a universal truth. In the earlier or in the present or in the future, that will continue run. Therefore, it expresses the universal truth. And also, like water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius and the sun moves around the earth. All these are the universal truth which continues, runs. On the other hand, habits. I exercise every morning. This sentence expresses that the action walking is continue every morning. It doesn't mean that when simple present doesn't mean that when the subject act, it doesn't mean that the action is running or going. It is habit. It expresses the habits of the doer. It means subject. Next, general statements like cats are carnivorous. Cats are carnivorous. Generally, it was carnivorous, it is carnivorous and will be carnivorous because they are general statements. Now, current actions with the certain verbs. For example, I lived in Delhi. It means it is not that actually I am living or I lives. It is permanently. Next, she loves reading. It is general interesting. In this way, we can say the simple present tense, it doesn't mean that the action is running at present. It habits, general happens everyday life. It happens everyday life. Therefore, we can say it expresses universal truth, habits, general statements and also future plans like the Chief Minister visits in our district tomorrow. Chief Minister visits in our district tomorrow. Here the statement expresses that this statement expresses future plans. He is not at present, but he will come. In this way, simple present expresses universal truth, habits, general statements, current verbs or future plans. Now we will discuss how it will construct in a structure or formulas. Yes, in this tense, generally there are two verb forms are used in affirmative sentences. Verb 1 and verb 5. As we have already discussed in Hindi versions or videos, these things will be repeated here same, that actually simple present tense in affirmative in the form of active parts of the sentences of the tense, there are generally two verbs are used. That is verb 1, it means root verb 1, and verb 5. Now we will see where and how this verb 1 and verb 5 will be used as per the persons and subject. Let's we understand. Here the verb 1 and verb 5 are used according to subject. Verb 1, it means base form of verb. Base form of verb, that is called verb 1. For example, go, eat, play, run, read, write. There are so many verbs, base form of. These are used in simple present tense, active form in the affirmative sentences. According to verb, according to subject and persons, this verb 1 means base form of verb will be used. Now, verb 5, when we, yes, it is also need to understand that how we make verb 5 from verb 1. When we add generally s or es, when we add s or es at the end of a verb 1, when we add s or es at the end of verb 1, it becomes verb 5. For example, here go, es, goes, eat, s, eats, play, plays, run, runs, read, reads. Point to be noted that here s or es, both letters, when this letter will add at the end of a base form of verb, that verb will become verb 5. So, when we use or add es, this is very important point to note that when we use es at the end of a root verb, we just also keep in mind when double s, s or sh, x, o will come at the end of a root verb, means verb 1. Once again, when sh, double s, x, o, z also comes at the end of a verb 1, the time we use es to make it verb form 5. For example, here go, go is verb 1, and at the end of this word o comes at the end. It is now verb 1. We have to make it verb 5. To make this word verb 5, we have to add es at the end of this root word. Here go and comes o at the end of this word. Now we have to add es to make it verb 5. Go, es, goes. Was, wash. This is verb 1, and at the end of this verb sh occurs. Sh, this is now verb 1, and when we make this verb 5, we have to add es. Washes. Other than only we add s. There are so many things like mix. Here is x come at the end of verb 1. We have to make it verb 5 by adding ex. In this way we can say we make so many verb 1 from verb 1 to verb 5. When double s, sh, x, o, z will occur at the end of a verb 1, if we want to make this verb 1 from verb 1 to verb 5, that time we must use es to make it verb 5. I think you understand this process to make from verb 1 to verb 5. Now we will see when we use verb 1 with subjects to whom the subject will use verb 1 and verb 5. Now we will see these structures. Actually, according to persons and tense, according to persons and subject, verb 1 and verb 5 are used. According to affirmative sentences, there are two verbs are used, subject plus v1 and v5 according to subject, and persons plus object. She reads a book. I read a book. We see picture. There are certain subjects and verbs are used in the above mentioned sentences. We understand with whom subject verb 1 will be used and with whom subject verb 5 will be used. Let's see it. Verb 1 is used with the following persons or subjects like I, we, you, they, and other third person plural number like boys, girls, people, cows, etc. And verb 5 is used with the following persons and subjects, persons or subjects like he, she, it, or any name like Rahul, Raju, so on and so forth. In this way, we use verb 1 and verb 5. In the above mentioned sentences, see, it is a third person singular number. Yes, only we use verb 5 with the third person singular number, not plural number. Point to be remembered that we use verb 5 with only third person singular number, not plural number. In an affirmative sentence only. But when we use negative form of the simple present tense in active voice, that time this verb 5 will not be used. Now we see the negative form of the sentences. In this negative statement or negative sentences, the structure would be subject plus do, does, plus not negative word, plus V1, plus object. Here do and does itself verb 1 and verb 5. So we must not repeat verb 5 once again after using do and does. Now we understand with the help of example, he doesn't or does not take exercise regularly. Here subject third person singular number, he takes does. We also need to understand that where we use do and where we use does. Here in single, I do, we do, you do, they do, and other plural third person plural number like the boys, the girls do. And he, now all other third person singular number takes does. Like he does, she does, it does, or any name like Ramu does. So here according to subject, do and does will use, and then not, then verb 1. When do and does will replace in sentence, when do and does will use in a sentence, after do and does we always use verb base form 1. Interrogative 1. As you know that I have already discussed and said that interrogative 1 means when helping verb will come, or when helping verb will used occur at the beginning of the sentences. At the beginning of the sentences, that time we call it interrogative 1, whose answer can be given only yes or no. For example, do you read? Yes. Do you play? No. Then generally we should understand when helping verb will come at the beginning of the sentence, the time this sentence is called interrogative 1. Let's we understand with the help of structure. Interrogative 1. Interrogative 1. First of all, in this tense means simple present tense, First of all, do or does will come according to subject, and then subject, and then verb 1 and other words or object. For example, do we speak English? This sentence we can answer yes or no in a single word. Do we speak English? Yes. Somebody say, do we speak English? No. So when we answer in a single word like no and yes, this is also known as an interrogative 1. Or to make understand the sense of interrogative 1, when helping verb will come or occur at the beginning of the sentences, this is also known as an interrogative 1. There are so many examples we can give of interrogative 1, like does she know how to cook food? Does she know how to cook food? In this way, now interrogative 2, as we have already discussed on the topic interrogative 2. What do we mean by interrogative 2 in Hindi version already discussed? You can see this video to better understanding in our Oxbridge Literature YouTube channel. You can go and you can see this. What do you mean by interrogative 2? But still I want to explain about interrogative 2. Here interrogative 2 means when WH question will occur at the beginning of the sentences. We will say this type of sentences are called interrogative 2. Its structure will be like WH question according to subject, as per the subject, do or does, and then subject, and then verb 1, and then object. WH questions, do and does, plus subject, plus verb 1 and object. For example, why does she come here? WH questions here, why? Why, where, what, when, how, who, all these are known as a WH questions. Interrogative 2, where does he live? When do you get up early in the morning? Early in the morning. At the end of question mark must be added. So I think that you understand the total concept of the simple present tense in English versions. I have also mentioned its structure and formulations. Hope you understand. We will meet you in the next video, in the next topics. If you are new to this channel, to these videos, kindly subscribe my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon, share, comments. Thank you. Once again, I will meet you with the new video.